Good day everyone, we are the Group 4. In this video, we will tackle about labeling theory from the book Theories and Causes of Crime. Labeling theory. Labeling theory is an approach in the sociology of deviance that focuses on the ways in which the agents of social control attach stigmatizing stereotypes to particular groups and the ways in which the stigmatized change their behavior once labeled. It is associated with the work of Baker and is a reaction to sociological theories which examine only the characteristics of the deviants rather than the agency which control them. This supports to the critical point of this theory which states that the negative reaction of others to a particular behavior is what causes that behavior to be labeled as criminal or deviant. Also, it is associated with the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy and stereotyping. It holds the deviance is not an inherent tendency of an individual but instead focuses on the tendency of majorities to negatively label minorities or those seen as deviant from standard cultural norms. Ang labeling theory daw usa ka diskarte sa sosyolohiya. There are two distinction in labeling, hard labeling and soft labeling. Ang hard labeling is when people believe that mental illness does not exist. Ang hard labeling kini ang mga tao nga dili motuo sa sakit. Whereas soft labeling, people in soft labeling believes that mental illness do exist. Ang soft naman, kabaliktaran ni siya sa hard labeling. Unlike the supporters of hard labeling, soft labeling supporters believes that mental illnesses are not socially constructed but are objective problems. Ang sakit kuno kay dili gikan sa wala nabuo sa ato society pero dapat kanimoy layunin problem nato.
Sociological theories. There are several different theories about why people commit crime. On hand, some people believe that crime is a rational choice, and criminals weigh the pros and cons committing a crime before doing it. Others believe that criminals are biologically or physiologically different from law-abiding citizens. One common ground of these several different theories is that they focus on the individual as an individual problem and not one that involves entire community. In contradiction, social theories and criminology that says that society creates conditions under which a person commits crime and that people are influenced by the society commit crimes. Furthermore, another idea that sociological theories have common that is that people are born criminals is environment which they live influence how they will turn out. Ang pasabot aning sa sociological theory, mahimo daw kuno ka usa ka criminal kung ang imong surroundings kuno imong environment kay involved sa mga criminal activities or ang imuha mga circle kay mga example, mga kawatan, inana, mga kusog mo labag sa batas. Social disorganization theory is defined as inability of community members to achieve shared values or to solve jointly experienced problems. In sociology, this theory is one of the most important theories developed by Chicago School, related to ecological theories. To put it simply, a person's residential location is a substantial factor shaping the likelihood that the person will become involved in illegal activities. So parehas ra gyapon siya sa sociological theories. Ang social disorganization theories is naragyapon sa similarities sa first kay nag-statement diri nga sa imong surroundings, sa imong circle, kung taas ba og crime rate ang imong lugar, nya madali ra sad kamada sa mga imuha kauban. Larry Gaines and Roger Miller state in their book Criminal Justice in Action that crime is largely a product of unfavorable condition in certain communities. Yet, the theory is not intended to apply all types of crime, only street crime and at the neighborhood level. Si Larry Haynes ug si Roger Miller, ang ilang state diri kay crime is a largely product of unfavorable condition in a certain communities. Kanino ko no, pasabot ani kay ang crime nga mahitabo aning ilang state kay kasagaran nasa kasada street crime inana na yung mga pusil o sa mga in later works of Edwin Sutherland, it states that person physical and social environment are primarily responsible for the behavioral choices that person makes. See, for instance, a neighborhood that has fraying social structures is more like to have high crime rates, could have poor schools, vacant and vandalized buildings, high unemployed, and mixed commercial and residential property. So, ang kasagaran yun ako nung taas of crime rate na lugar, kanon ako nung daghay trabaho, na mga puro kuan, kanang lack of education, nya ang imuha sa surroundings, imuha sa society, kung nabaka sa squatter or asa ba, nga layo sa dol sa civilization, pero murag overcrowded kay mo nya ang inyong surrounding lahi-lahi nga tao ang na. Strain theory is a sociological and criminal theory developed in 1938 by Robert K. Merton. The theory states society puts pressure on individuals to achieve socially accepted goals through delac means. This leads strain which will lead individuals to commit crimes. So, ang strain theory i-develop ni Robert K. Merton sa atong 1938. Ang kaning theory i-state niya nga taas daw kuno og kuan crime rate kanang mga I mean it puts society puts pressure on individuals to achieve socially accepted goals through the lack of means. This leads strain which may lead individuals to commit crime. So ang society daw kuno mo daw kuno na ang kanang kasagaran nga mo commit og crime silbi murag musulsul. For example, kanang ikaw bago ka sa circle nga friend nimo nya murag sugon ka nga amigo na ta basta kay buhatan hindi maayo inani mo ni mauna. Strain may be structural or individual structure, refers to the process at the social level which filters down and affect how the individual perceives his or her needs, whereas individual refers to frictions and pains experienced by an individual as he or she looks way for satisfy his or her needs.
Merton's theory, a theory by Robert King Merton who believed that social accepted goals put pressure on a people to conform. This belief that became the street theory. When faced with strain, people have 5 ways to adapt. First, conformity. Pursuing culture's goals through socially approved means. It is the tendency to align your attitude, beliefs, and behavior with those around you. It is the act of matching attitude, belief, and behavior to a group of norms. It may occur in the pursuit of others, or when an individual is alone. For example, people tend to following social norms when eating or watching television. Ang conformity kuno is kanang align nimo or imo i-adapt ang attitude, belief, behavior sa kanang nakapalibot nimo or imong kauban sa mga tao para imo sila maamigo. Ikaduha, innovation, using social and unapproved or unconventional means to obtain culture approved goals. Example, dealing with drugs, struggling to gain financial society. However, innovation is also often viewed as the application of better solution that meet new requirements, unarticulated needs, or existing market needs. Innovation is often manifested via engineering process. The opposite of innovation is exnovation. Ang innovation kuno is kanang mo involve ka og illegal para makakuan ka sa imong needs, kanang like mamaligyan lang kag shabu or kanang mangawat lang ka para makakwarta. Ikatulo, ritualism, using the same social approved means to achieve less elusive goals. Ritualism is when someone rejects the traditional culture but still adheres to the usual step to obtaining those goals. Reject goals and accept or adhere to institutionalized means obtaining them. Ngari sa ritualism kuno is kanang dili ka mo accept sa ilang traditional culture pero ganahan gyapon ka makakuan sa ilang goals or maamigo gyapon nimo sila. Ikaapat, retiatism, to reject both culture and means to obtain it, then find a way to escape the rejection of culturally prescribed goals and conventional means for attaining them. The rejection of culture prescribed goals and conventional means for attaining them. It could lead to depersonalization, social alignment, physical dysfunction, and which could on the other hand result in the crime intentions and or need in deeds, revelation of attitude. Maray ko na sa ritualism kay kanang dili kuno ka makig-uban na mo palayo kanila, like kanang dalhon ka drugs or kanang mangawat nya dili ka mo uban nila. Nya mo na murag masuko na hinaon sila nimo nya which mga result sa kanang away or crime. Last, rebellion to reject the culture goals and means then work to replace them. Open, armed, and usually unsuccessful define of an establishment government. It refers to the open resistance against the order establishing authority. Ngari sa rebellion kuno is kanang dili ka mo uban sa nila or sa nanani mo, kanang di ka mo buhat og illegal nya manarbaho na lang kag tarong kay para maka kwarta ka.
General strain theory. Sociology and criminology theory developed in the 1992 by Robert Agnew. So, sociology and criminology kay develop kuno ni Robert Agnew in year 1992. Ang core idea aning kuan, general strain theory kay ang mga tao kuno nga naka-experience og strain or stress kay ma-distressed maong maka-commit sila crime in order to overcome problems and difficulties. Example aning kuan, general strain theory kay kanang tao nga nagamit og illegal drugs in order to make them feel better, kanang naka-experience aning stress, magamit sila og kuan illegal drugs para ma-numb nila ang pain. Three main sources sa kuan general strain theory. Loss of positive stimuli, kanang mamatyan ka og pamilya nga duol sa imong dughan or kanang mga tao nga doon sa imong dugan, mamatyan ka, makakos na siya kuan stress. Presentation of negative stimuli, kana maghinahinay o gabot imong mga lain nga behavior. Inability to reach a desired goal, kanang moabot na ka sa point nga di nakaganahan mo buhat sa imong kinahanglan buhaton, kanang na. Strain theory states that certain strains or stressors increase the likelihood of crime. So, ang strain theory kuno kay states that certain strains or stressors increase the likelihood of crime. Kanang maka-increase siya og kuan, kanang maganahan ka og kuan, commit of crime. This strains leads to negative emotions such as frustration and anger that results to pressure for corrective action, and crime is one possible response.
Factors influencing the effect of strain on delinquency. Strainful events and condition makes people feel bad. Bad feelings in turns create pressure or corrective action. This is especially true anger and frustration, which energize the individual for action, create a desire for revenge, and lower innovation. There are several possible ways to cope with strain and this negative emotion, only some of which involve delinquency. Then, there are several possible ways to cope with strain and these negative emotions, only some of which involve delinquency. So meaning, may ilang posibleng paraan para makayanan ang strain at mga negatibong emosyon na ito. Ang ilang ay may kinalaman sa delikansya.
Social learning theory, a theory of learning and social behavior which proposes that new behavior can be acquired by observing and imitating others, and state that learning is a cognitive process that takes place in social contexts and occur purely through observations or direct instructions, even in the absence of motor reproductions or direct reinforcement. For me, social learning theory, this theory states with socializations to others, we are able to gain knowledge, something that impact us. Socialization is also act as a foundations of who we are, creating who we are by. It has a big impact of our life and character. Social control theories. Theorists believe in society responsibility maintain a certain degree of stability and certainly in an individual life to make rules and responsibilities clear and to create other activities that act criminal activities. According to Bandura, most human behavior is learning observationally through modeling from observing other. One forms at an idea of how new behaviors are performed, and other occasions this coded information serves as a guide for actions. For me, social control theories state that by observing others, we imitate what we like and that make us who we are. In it serves as that guide of our characters or actions. Thank you, that's all. My name is Aljol Dexter Piang, BS Cream 2 Section N.
Reciprocal determinism. Bandura believed in reciprocal determinism, that is the world and a person behavior cause each other, while behaviorism essentially state that one's environment causes one behavior, and Bandura, who was studying adolescence aggression, found this too simplistic, and so in addition he suggested that the behavior causes environment as well. Later Bandura soon considered personality as in interaction between three components: the environment, behavior, and one's psychological process. Reciprocal determination is the theory set forth by psychologist Albert Bandura, which state that a person's behavior both influences and is influenced by personal factor and social environment. Albert Bandura also was a Canadian-American psychologist, was the David Starr Jordan Professor in Psychology at Stanford University. Reciprocal determinism is in 1978, psychologist Albert Bandura explored an important question: why do humans act the way they do? His studies in human behavior led him to develop a new theory that still stands today. Bandura asserts that the most human behavior is learned through observation, imitation, and modeling.